Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
It is a brand new month here on Power English.
Yes. Did you forget the name of the show?
Well, no, I was going to think of something to say, but then, today is April 1st.
Yes.
And usually...
we like to make a joke or lie a little bit. But yesterday's show, we already mentioned it. So we kind of ruined it.
I know, we did ruin it.
We did. But it is interesting. On this day, even major news outlets...
yeah, they will do something.
They will do something.
Well, can I tell you something? When I was younger, of course, remember, I started Power English like 20-some years ago.
Yes.
I was still young, right? And so I would make this a big thing April 1st. I did it with this gentleman, Steve Chung, who's no longer with us, sadly. But for about 5 years, I was the co-host. And so every year I'd be like, I'm getting married! Or like, I'm pregnant! I'm moving to LA! I would do these jokes, but I really can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think nowadays... let's say you do have big news.
Yeah.
Let's say you do get married. Or you are pregnant.
Right.
You can't say it on this day.
No.
Because no one will believe you.
That's right.
Mom, Dad, I got a new job. Yeah. Whatever.
Right. All right, everyone. Welcome to a brand new month. I hope everybody has their new copy of Power English.
It's a beautiful copy. It's blue and green.
Yes.
Very springtime.
Absolutely.
And fresh. Yeah.
Okay. Every Tuesday we have a travel dialogue, and there is a destination to go to. And where we are going this month has been in the news a lot. And so I decided to choose Greenland.
So last month we were in Norway.
Yes.
Now we're kind of jumping over the water a little bit.
That's right. We're exploring Greenland. There's been a lot of talk about Trump wanting to get Greenland or buy Greenland. But we want to know more about this country. I was actually quite curious. Our subtitle today is, Where Are All the Trees?
The trees.
Yeah. So, you think Greenland, you think, it's very, very green. And everywhere are trees. But that's not always the case. That's why they arrive and they're like, where are the trees? Okay, here are the expressions that we're going to cover. If you put something together or put together something.
You are assembling something, you're creating something, or you're organizing it.
All right. And if a place, a certain location has a lot or something to offer, what does it do?
It is providing something, or something is available to do or use.
Okay. And how about scout out something? It's spelled S-C-O-U-T, to scout out something.
This is to investigate something or search for something.
Okay, very good. These are the three expressions that we're going to focus on. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue. Wait. I thought this place was called Greenland. Where are all the trees?
Well, that was a trick used by the Viking Eric the Red to get people to move here.
I guess they did the same with Iceland, since it isn't covered in ice.
Don't worry. I've put together an itinerary that will show you the best this country has to offer.
Should we be doing a self-guided tour in such a rugged place?
Have you forgotten that I scout out new travel adventures for a living?
Please join us on page 8. You can find our Power Dialogue there. The title is Exploring Greenland. Where are all the trees? Okay, Arya begins. Wait, I thought this place was called Greenland. Where are all the trees? And what does Ezra say?
Well, that was a trick used by the Viking Eric the Red to get people to move here.
Okay, so I guess not a lot of people lived in Greenland. Of course, there is the indigenous people of
the
Greenland.
ones you mean.
Yes, that's right. But Vikings of course, now Greenland, I hear, is controlled by Denmark.
Yes.
So a lot of, Vikings came over and settled, and they were saying, oh, it's very green. That's what they said.
But actually, there is some green there, but there is a lot of white in the form of snow and ice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Arya says, I guess they did the same with Iceland since it isn't covered in ice. Okay. What does Ezra say?
Don't worry, I've put together an itinerary that will show you the best this country has to offer.
Okay, so Ezra is very excited and he's prepared for this trip. He says, I've put together an itinerary. Okay, so you could say, Cameron, I made an itinerary, right?
Yes.
Why put together?
Yeah, so put together is the feeling of many different pieces that you grab, you collect, and make into one big thing.
Yeah.
So with an itinerary, there are usually different activities, places that people are going to go. Accommodations, what you're going to eat.
Okay.
So all of these are different pieces that you bring together. You put together.
Yes.
You're making a whole new thing.
So you could say, I put together a meal or put together a dinner.
Yeah, put together a party.
Put together a party. Put together a presentation.
Yes, there are all these small parts you have to do to create one bigger whole thing.
Very good. All right. Now, it says here that this itinerary will show you the best this country has to offer. So, this is the best it has to offer. What does this mean, has to offer?
To have to offer means to provide or be available. So when you go to a country, there are certain things you can do. So in Greenland, I'm sure you could maybe ski, maybe go see a volcano.
Go fishing.
There will be restaurants and cafes. All of these things are available to do. You don't have to do all of them, but if you want to, you could access them and do them.
So Korea has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Totally.
It has so much to offer.
You have the beach. You have the mountains. You have shopping.
You have rivers.
You have entertainment.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of different things you could go and do in Korea.
Yeah, history and culture, right. But it could just be like maybe a restaurant has a lot to offer too.
Yeah, they have a big menu, right?
Okay. Power English has a lot to offer.
We provide so much information.
Yes, that's right.
And entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment, yes. Okay, so Arya says, should we be doing a self-guided tour in such a rugged place? Okay, so we have the group tours. A self-guided tour means that you're just exploring by yourself.
Yes.
Right? This is a great word. R-U-G-G-E-D. Now, you could say rugged, but it's actually rugged. Rugged.
Right.
Yes.
This is an interesting place where you do not say rugged.
No.
It's always rugged.
Rugged, yeah.
Yes, and rugged means that something is kind of difficult. It is not developed.
A little wild.
A little wild. So when you're talking about a place, it's like, it is nature, but it's not easy nature.
Right.
Right? It's not like a very nice, pleasant path.
There is
through the
maybe
field.
no path.
There is maybe no path. There are lots of rocks.
Yes.
Maybe you will see a bear.
Yes.
There's a little bit of like danger or discomfort in a rugged place.
Right, and it's because of this kind of wild nature that surrounds you.
Yes.
Or maybe not. I mean, it depends. I think of Alaska in America as being, there are many places that are rugged.
Yeah.
Still not explored, maybe.
Right, and it doesn't have to be somewhere very far away. I've heard even the trails on Pukansan, for example, can be very rugged.
Yes.
Because some of them are difficult to climb up.
That's right. Very good. Okay, what does Ezra say?
Have you forgotten that I scout out new travel adventures for a living?
Okay. So Ezra really likes to have these travel adventures. He scouts out new travel adventures for a living. So first of all, if you scout out something, what are you doing?
You are looking into something. You are often going to a place and investigating what it's like.
Okay. So it is that sort of, when I think of this, I think of the Boy Scouts.
Ah, yes. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts, yeah. And the activities that they do, they go out into the forest with a group.
They have their little binoculars.
Your binoculars, yeah. Like learn how to make a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So here, though, yes. Specifically, it's about trying to find out what is there.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you would go into the forest. There's a river. Ooh, there's a rock. Those types of things.
But we can also say that maybe model agencies go out to scout out new faces.
Yeah. So they'll that street casting,
that's
as
right.
they say, right?
Yes.
Where they go to an amusement park and find a beautiful woman or a handsome man.
Right. Would you be interested in, modeling?
Yeah.
Of course, Kristen has never, ever had that experience.
I have not either.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
No, I've never been scouted.
All right. If you do something for a living,
this means it is your job. So if he is scouting new travel adventures for a living, Ezra is probably a travel blogger.
Yeah.
Or works in a...
journalist.
Yeah. A travel company.
Right.
Something
like that. If you do for a living, that's the job that you do to make money.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Wait, I thought this place was called Greenland. Where are all the trees?
Well, that was a trick used by the Viking Eric the Red to get people to move here.
I guess they did the same with Iceland, since it isn't covered in ice.
Don't worry. I've put together an itinerary that will show you the best this country has to offer.
Should we be doing a self-guided tour in such a rugged place?
Have you forgotten that I scout out new travel adventures for a living?
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 10 and 11. Time for a quick review with more example sentences. To put together something means to organize or to create something with many parts involved. What is the government doing about the damage to the old church?
They put together a team of experts for the repairs.
Yeah, put together, I often hear this, put together a team of experts.
Yes.
One person can't do this.
Right. It's like you're assembling the Avengers.
Yeah.
Nick Fury, he had to go to every single superhero and be like, will you join my team?
Yes, that's right. You put together the Avengers.
He put together the Avengers.
Great example.
Yes.
She put together a beautiful scrapbook of their vacation photos. I used to keep a scrapbook.
Oh, really?
When I was younger and traveling. I don't do it anymore, but that was a very big thing.
It's a lot of work.
It is so much work. You definitely have to have a lot of time.
Which you do not have now that you are a mother.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, you can put together a book. And really, you could actually, not just a scrapbook, but if you're a writer, you could put together a book.
Yes.
Because it has many chapters, right?
Yes. You could put together an outfit.
And, oh, yeah.
Maybe you are a stylist. Those celebrities, they have a stylist. So they're like, we're going to have this designer's dress with this designer's shoes.
Yeah.
And,
to put together an outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to have a stylist.
I would, honestly...
I'd like to have a stylist.
I do not like dressing myself.
Yes.
Every morning having to wake up and put together an outfit.
Yeah.
There's so much stress.
And the thing is, it would be nice to have a revolving closet, like new clothes, and then you get another one, and then you give it back, and
I'm the opposite.
Oh.
I want the same clothes every day. But I know people don't want that.
Yes, that's right. All right.
The people looking don't want to see the same clothes every day.
I think, Cameron, you would like a nice uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a black shirt.
Sure.
Black pants.
Oh, I think uniforms are
black
good.
shoes.
All right. Something has or have something to offer. So it means that they are providing something valuable.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you turn down the job at Ryan Software?
The benefits and career growth opportunities they had to offer weren't great.
So basically, it wasn't that great. They didn't offer a lot.
Right.
The new restaurant has a lot to offer in terms of fresh seafood dishes.
Ooh.
Oh, so specifically seafood.
Right.
They have a lot to offer.
Yes.
Maybe not so much with meat, but fish, definitely.
Yes. So a person can have a lot to offer, even in a romantic sense.
It's so true.
So...
In what way?
So let's... Often, when you're in a relationship or looking to start a relationship, you look at certain things.
Yeah.
How do they look?
Yeah.
How smart are they?
Right.
How much money do they make?
Yeah, right.
All of those things. Not to be shallow, but you look at everything.
Yeah, do they have a good personality?
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't have to have everything, but they have to have a few things
To offer.
Right?
It's so true. When you're getting married, I think boyfriend, girlfriend, sure. But really, when it comes to marriage, people do look at like what your partner has to offer.
Right. You know, you don't have to look good, but then you have to have a good personality.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. This is what I tell my son all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to go beyond the face. Yeah.
So I think we as, you know, in a relationship or even as an employee, we want to have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
So we don't get fired.
Right. And Cameron, I must say, you have a lot to offer as an English teacher. Because, you know why? Because your knowledge of Korean and other Chinese and Japanese, all of that is so helpful when you're teaching English.
Oh, well, you're too kind. You have so much to offer, too.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes.
We're just
you got this
complimenting
beautiful
each other.
voice, so much experience on the air.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. All right. Scout out something. To search for or to investigate. How did you know the hike wasn't going to be too difficult?
Before the hike, we scouted out a few trails to find the easiest ones.
Yeah. If you're going to a place you don't know, maybe you want to kind of scout out the place.
Yes.
Before you bring your friends. She scouted out potential colleges before deciding where to apply. Yeah, you're not going to just apply to any college.
Right.
You want to do your research.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in Korean, you might say something like 조사하다 or 답사하다.
Yes.
Right? I remember when I was in university, before the MT, a couple of members from the group, they went to scout out locations.
For the MT location.
Yeah. Or, you know, if you're filming, someone might scout out locations.
Absolutely.
For the filming of the movie.
Yeah, this is absolutely what they do. All right, great. So how about this pattern? Do something for a living. Basically, this is what you do to make money. What do you do for a living?
You work as a model for a living?
No.
I wish.
I wish. All right. Well, that's all we have for today. Check out our Power Vocab on page 12 and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye-bye.